Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Sports Gaming. We're talking Usyk versus Dubois for the unified and WBA regular heavyweight championships of the world. The fight should have been Fury versus Usyk. We all know now that Fury is going to be fighting Francis Ngannou. I'll do a separate video on that. And then we've got Usyk versus Dubois. You know me. I'm a big believer. Like, for example, I'll give you an example when Dillian White for Joseph Parker said, Dillian White's going to go out there and he's going to rough up Joseph Parker. Parker's not going to expect it. And I knew that from the gloves are off. From the gloves off, I knew what was going to kick off. I can give you different examples of that. But I'm going to give you another example right here. I haven't seen the press conference. I haven't listened to Danny Dubois speaking. That's not doing disrespect. I hadn't listened to any of the press conferences. But what I did see was the face-off. I saw the second face-off in London. Now, bearing in mind, London is Danny Dubois' hometown. Danny Dubois knows Alexander Usyk very well. I can't believe I forgot that Danny Dubois sparred many rounds for Alexander Usyk. Let's remember the history of Usyk, this channel, and Uncle James Ali Bashir. So, yeah, I remember those days very well. But I'm telling you this now, and here's a clue. I think Daniel Dubois previewed to us what may well possibly happen in this fight. And I'm not trying to be a rocket scientist or trying to be clever here, but I want to go back and look at that face-off. Daniel Dubois picks his fist up to say, yeah, I'm ready for this fight. That's typical boxer's pose. It's like, I'm ready to fight. Fist goes up. Alexander Usyk starts rapping. And Daniel Dubois' fist, as he's ready to fight, the fists go down and he looks bemused. He looks out of place. And Alexander Usyk, again, has pulled off a master stroke of mind games. He's made Daniel Dubois look lost. And at the end, Daniel Dubois was getting off the distress. People might not see the distress signals looking out for approval. He's still got those ways. I hope, and to me, it's like his whole confidence just drained from that point. Like he was just left out to sea. He was left out to sea. Go back and look at the video again. Look at Dubois. He's like, I'm ready for this. I'm up for this. I'm up for this. I'm up for this. What the hell is this? What the? He's right. What? All right. So it would have been a no surprise that Alexander Usyk didn't just start speaking in his language. He's Ukrainian, so that should be no surprise to Dubois. So he was rapping, so you know that Usyk's not, he can come out of any. He's got all tricks. He can come out of anywhere with Usyk. You never know what side of the bed he's going to get out of. He's just one of them type of guys. You just got to keep your eye on him all times and keep your head still, keep your head on. And to me, Dubois did not know what to do, and that's exactly what I think is going to happen when he gets in the ring. When he gets in the ring, he's going to put his fists up as to say, yeah, I'm ready to have a fight with you. But then as soon as Usyk starts to rap, but in this case, rapping in Usyk's case would be, starts moving the feet and starts dropping the left hand down the middle, and Usyk's find it difficult to catch him. Dubois find it too difficult to catch Usyk, and Usyk is basically bamboozling Dubois. Then that's what I see is going to happen. I'm afraid to say. Anybody out there, if you listen to Frank Warren saying, "Oh yeah, Usyk's big and Dubois is big, and yeah, he's gonna hit, he's gonna catch it." I said, well, okay, are you gonna sit down and tell me that Dubois is a better boxer than Anthony Joshua? Hell, no, never. And who's actually Danny Dubois beat as a pro? I'm asking people this question. Who is he beating as a pro? If you can't beat Kevin Larrea, I'm sorry. If you're getting dropped by Kevin Larrea, I'm sorry. And I have all the if you don't want it when it gets on top, I said this when he fought Joe Joyce. When it gets on top of you, there's nothing no trainer can do when it starts getting on top of you and you haven't either got the mental capacity or the heart or the willingness to want to get pulled through. So, Don Charles is a very good trainer, but I think, and he's going out to Poland. He's not even fighting in England. So if you're in England, you're in London, and Usyk's already bamboozling you in London as you got to put your fist up to fight. You're like to the way, like, I just if Usyk's already bamboozling you, and you're just doing face off, my God. Go back and look at it again. It's like he's got confidence, and it just drains out of him. Literally, just see he's falling apart right there in front of, mentally weak, right in front of your eyes. I said the same thing about Anthony Joshua, right? I mean, the same thing about Joshua. The first fight when he fought Usyk, I said, this guy is too passive. This guy is acting like he's like the Ukrainian tourist board for the London. Oh yeah, Usyk's a good fighter. Ukraine's got great fighters. Blah blah blah. I love Usyk. Wants to take photographs of Usyk like him and Usyk are best friends. And then he comes walking out to ring like Rocky. He punching and touching the crowd and smiling and all the Joshua stuff, and then gets in and gets punched up. And does he learn his lesson? He does the same crap again, taking photographs of Usyk, and what happens? Same thing happens again. A man like Usyk, you got to start beating that guy outside the ring before you get in the ring with him. This guy is he's an animal. Usyk's an animal. Don't let the fact that he's small like that, and people who think that Usyk can't punch, well, my friends, don't get a ringside seat, because Dubois could fall straight through them ropes. These guys have sparred rounds together, countless of rounds together. Usyk's standing in front of you and rapping you. I bet you Usyk wouldn't rap in front of Mike Tyson. I bet he wouldn't rap in front of Mike Tyson. I bet he wouldn't rap in front of Lennox Lewis. I bet he wouldn't rap in front of Evander Holyfield. He just knows. His way Usyk carries himself, he just knows. Unless he gets absolutely stupid and gets caught with some punch from the gods. I'm afraid to say that I see Dubois getting stopped inside 6. I'm sorry. And that's if Daniel comes out brave. And if he comes out brave trying to throw bombs, then you may get him put away in 3. But the first time, the big question here is, what happens the first time Usyk clips Dubois? We'll know that in the first round. As soon as Usyk lands that straight left hand down the pipe, bang, for the first time, what happens? Are we going to get shaky legs and what happened against Kevin Larrea? Because that was the first time. I mean, let me tell you something. I want you to go back and watch the Trevor Bryan fight. Go back and look at Trevor Bryan fight, right? I think it's in the first round. The fight wasn't long. It's in the first round. Trevor Bryan throws a jab. He throws a jab at that Dubois. And Dubois backs up like he's been hurt by a jab. I want you to go back and look at that. And I stated that. And people may have laughed at me, like they do, usually. They laughed at me. They'll probably laugh at me back. Go back and look at the first round. It's first or second round. He's in the jab. And Dubois backs up like he didn't like what he got hit with. That was a jab from Trevor Bryant. And then the fight after that, obviously he gets clipped by LeRae and he goes over. So did that fight with Joe Joyce do more damage to Daniel Dubois than we actually think? Garrett says 4. Usyk said he didn't want to KO AJ, so Dubois better hope he decides again to win on points. No, I think so. I think if Dubois is stupid enough to come out all guns blazing, he'll get knocked out. It's what's going to happen, because Daniel Dubois, I keep seeing it. He sees a guy that needs a lot of approval, a lot of external appreciation, a lot of, I don't think he's the most confident of fighters. I think he's all right against people he knows he can beat up. But when somebody's going to put it on him, I think it's a different situation altogether. I think I hate to say it, I think he's like a flat track bully. I do. But this is the fight. This is the fight to tell if Dubois is a flat track bully or if Dubois really is the real McCoy. This fight right here against Usyk. This is like when Vitaly Klitschko got injured when he fought Chris Bird. It was a rotator cuff, he got injured. And they said about Vitaly Klitschko, he had no heart and all this and the other. And then he comes back and he takes all of Lennox Lewis's best shots. A beater Lennox Lewis who was out of shape. And everyone rates Vitaly after that. So I don't know. Was he genuinely injured? I mean, they say his leg, his ankle, whatever it was, twisted. But what I saw was he got hit with a punch, it buzzed him, and then he went down awkwardly on his ankle. That's what I saw. So I'm not totally convinced about Dubois. I'm sorry. And who's he fought to prepare him for? Usyk, Kevin Larrea. I'm sorry, people. I'm not buying it. So if he gets clever, if he tries to get clever, them ones where you're trying to impress the crowd, Dubois is going to have more problems than that. He's going to have the problems with the crowd. The crowd are going to be an issue for Dubois in Poland. What a place to go. What a place to go. Now, he's going to need Don Charles. He's going to need his team. Dubois is really going to need his team, because they're going to give, as I say, they're going to give it him when he's out there in Poland. And if he looked like a man stranded on an island, and that was just in his home, that was in England, I was in London, and you let Usyk go do that to you in London. I mean, what? Joshua was acting like the Ukrainian tourist board for London. And now Dubois is even worse. So is Dubois intimidated by Usyk? I don't know. But the whole body language, as a coach, I'd be looking at going, what the hell is this? First Usyk, now you. What is wrong with you? You know the man's Ukrainian. You know the man's a bit flamboyant in the way he is. So he's rapping. You could have kind of turned to him and said, hey, what's this all about? You could have fronted up on him. When he was doing what rapping, you could have fronted up on him and say, what? This is, you're in London, you're in my turf. You're not going to do that crap to me. You don't embarrass me in my turf like that. And showed some sort of wherewithal. But Dubois kind of like, he put his hand down. He was looking around. He was like, what's going on here, mate? Where am I? What's going on? And he couldn't change at that point there. He was looking around afterwards for somebody to say or do something. And the crowd, I'm like, this is your patch. This is your home. This is your opportunity to have some psychological thing over Usyk. Don't know. May feel, and his team may feel that he doesn't need to get up in all that. He just is going to march forward and just throw bombs. But boxing is not about just throwing punches. It's about footwork. And again, that's going to be another thing that may let all Daniel down. The only thing is, I hope that Daniel can get that left jab out there, pop it out, and slam that straight right hand down the pipe, as they say, and then come back with a left hook. Right hand, left hook combination. But the best way to fight a southpaw, I've said it before, Stacey McKinley said it, and obviously Uncle Bashir said it. Back them up, beat them up, get them to the ropes. Once they're to the ropes, you don't make a difference with southpaw orthodox. It's just a fight. Dubois is going to push Usyk to the ropes and keep him there. That's his best bet. Otherwise, pop, pop, bang. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And of course, go back and watch that video. Go back and watch Dubois when Usyk's rapping. Watch his face at the start. He's like, yeah, I'm up for this. And watch how quickly the hand comes down. And he looks at Usyk and he looks lost. That's what I see. That's how I see this fight panning out. Yeah, and there's not much his trainer can do about that. All his trainer can do is talk to him now, between now and August the 25th. But I think Dubois just revert to type once he gets hit on the chops. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'm out.